Greetings, internet drinking buddies. My name is Link, the show's name is Tubbin and Chuggin, and on this episode, I'll be imbibing Mount Gay Eclipse. Welcome back to the tub, everybody. Now, on this episode, I'll be continuing my Buzz for the Buck series, where we look at alcohols that are a little bit more expensive than well drinks, but not nearly as expensive as the top shelf stuff. See if that additional cost is accounted for in its better performance. So let's start by taking a closer look at Mount Gay here. Mount Gay Eclipse has been made in Barbados since 1703, as it says right on the bottle. Old-time Caribbean pirate rum. Named after its founder, Sir John Gay, the Eclipse variant I have is their sort of de facto rum. It comes in at your standard 40% ABV. It's got vanilla and banana notes, as well as more of an oaky kind of character body. Now, they also have Black Barrel and Master Select and maybe some other variants, but I think most people are going to be wanting to take a look at the Eclipse here. Availability on this one should be excellent. Most grocery stores, liquor stores all should have it. You can find it for about $20 a fifth. You can get maybe a handle on sale for $30 or maybe even a little bit close or lower than that. But it should come in around $1.33 a drink, which I think falls nicely into that Buzz for the Buck price range we're looking at. Now, Mount Gay, the Eclipse variant in particular, is one of the drinks I got into after college when I had a little bit more disposable income, and I wanted to see if higher priced alcohols were worth paying more for, which is kind of the point of this series. Now, I typically keep a bottle of it around, even if I lean more towards like a spiced or a cheaper rum, especially when I'm just mixing them with like Coke or like pineapple juice or whatever. So I'd recommend drinking Mount Gay straight, as mixing it is kind of going to result in like a loss of its signature flavor. You're not going to have it seep through as much, particularly when you're mixing it in with a lot of very high sugary beverages, like a Cuba Libre or like a daiquiri or something like that. However, if you are a little bit more sensitive to the taste of alcohol, you're probably more sensitive to the taste of acetone, which is found in the cheaper stuff a lot of the time. Now, for the shot glass, I decided to go with my Gadsden flag shot glass. I think it embodies that libertarian pirate lifestyle. And I'm sure a few of those guys must have had Mount Gum at some point there in the early 18th century. And with that, all we need is good piratey toast. I think of nothing better than yo-ho. Ooh. There it is. Okay. So, Mount Gay Eclipse rum. I noticed the banana, which honestly, I'm not sure I ever really noticed before until I just read the label. Maybe it's like a placebo type thing, but with rum, typically, the non-sort of darkened rums, those like black rums, or the spice rums, you'll see more. Vanilla is kind of the primary hint that they go for. And in this case, you get vanilla at first, and then banana kind of in the middle, and then vanilla again as it kind of seeps down. It's just now kind of coming through my throat. It does linger there for a while. It's still 40%, so you are going to taste that sort of, warm bodiness kind of going through you. But I think the thing that distinguishes this from another rum, or like a cheaper rum, like a Bacardi or something like that, is just how exceptionally well it flows. There's a clear taste profile transition from the vanilla to the banana to the vanilla as it comes down in a way that just, it makes it tolerable, I guess you could say. Like, when you drink a low quality alcohol, what you taste that acetone a lot. It just kind of feels bad from the second it touches your lips until it finally leaves your throat. It's not good. The more higher quality something is, and this isn't top tier by any stretch of the imagination, but it's good enough to the point of having a taste that flows. So you get different tastes along the way, which makes it, it's an experience, it's a ride, it's fun in that kind of way. You're still drinking alcohol, you will still taste alcohol, don't get me wrong, but the point of it is not necessarily to avoid that. When you're just doing shots, you're just kind of doing shots to get drunk, which is fine. I think the reason that you would want to sip on this one or make it the focus of your rum cocktail, not the rum that you add to the sugary drink in your cocktail, is because of those different notes of flavor that come across it. When you can actually take those tastes that come in with the rum, tailor the drink to it, or slowly sip on the drink to sort of make those features last longer, that's where the drink becomes worth the extra cost that you get over a well drink. If you've had rum and you hated it before, I'm not saying you're going to like this, but what I am saying is that you might notice other things along the way in the rum that make it maybe more enjoyable, maybe just a distraction for you that you just can't quite get the taste of the rum out of. It's hard to say, it's a personal preference. In my case, I do think that becomes more worth it. It's why I keep it on hand just to have as a sipper, not as necessarily just something that you dump into stuff and you get rid of. Buying a handle of this, I'm probably not going to finish a handle without help in any less than a year. But it is nice to just have for an evening drink or two that you can sip on. Again, not the thing that I would keep in your liquor cabinet as your go-to rum that you're just kind of mixing and matching in and just trying to really get drunk on. This is more of a, you know, it's a sipper, it's a taste saver, it's a profile kind of guy. Unless you have the money and you don't mind spending the money. Maybe you have this and you're like, I can't go back to well drink rum and I just have to have this and everything because it's just better. It's less acetone, it's less burny, it's just overall good. I can totally understand that if you have the income to do it. But I wouldn't necessarily recommend it for everybody. It's not enough of a clear step up in every use case for me to just say, never buy a well rum, buy this instead. Really buy this with a specific need in mind as opposed to just having it be the rum you always buy. So let me know, as always, if you want to see me review something else in this series. I think I've covered most of the main spirits I would go through in the Buzz for the Buck, but let me know if there's something I've missed or there's something you're just curious in general. And as always, please drink responsibly.